Sarah, thank you for that. Let's now go back to the scene of the crash where they are trying to take the vehicle away at this point. One of our reporters on the scene, David Pingalore. Ironically, as we've mentioned earlier, Ping used to work in Orlando, and he was there, knew Tiger Woods from the Orlando area where Tiger used to be a resident. And in fact, this is kind of a history repeating itself for Ping. You covered his first crash, well chronicled in his neighborhood back, 2009?
Yeah, it was Thanksgiving of 2009. He lived in Isleworth. That's when he was, on pain medication, Xanax. It was about Thanksgiving of 2009 as his now ex-wife had to smash out the back of the Cadillac Escalade. He was in the hospital. Yeah, I do remember getting the call that morning from my news department that I worked for in Orlando. And obviously this accident is far more severe, but at the time it was just like, back in 2009, what happened? What is it? What is this about? Was he driving? Was he outside the neighborhood? Was it, nobody knew, but obviously it came to light what that accident was about. But this is obviously far more serious as he's undergoing surgery. I would imagine it's continuing at this moment, but there are a number of onlookers. I've been out here, been on with you guys now since about 11:30 this morning. Now that I've been out here for the last 90 or so minutes, people continue to walk down Hawthorne Boulevard. I have played golf at the golf course he was going to for a television shoot that has been on his calendar for a very long time now for Golf Digest, and as I've speculated before, and now we're confirming that he was staying just up the road here at the Terranea Resort, and making his way this morning to Rolling Hills Country Club for the shoot with a number of celebrities that we've been talking about. So this road right here, as people go down, we were just talking amongst a number of people that how steep this is. I mean, I live in this area, and this is a very windy road. I mean, you could just, put your head down that quick, and there's a curve down there, and I don't know how fast he was going. Obviously, they were going to figure that out during an investigation, but it's like that. Anything can happen, and obviously something awful happened today in his single-car crash. So it's a number of people continue. It's as we've been on the air, you can see more and more people coming down, Glenn and Lou, trying to get down here. But there's, I've been told there's not really much you can see from this vantage point once you get down about a half a mile or 3/4 mile down Hawthorne Boulevard.
Yeah, obviously this is a big international story. Ping, let's talk about his future career now at this point. He's had a lot of back injuries. We don't know the extent of this leg injury, but he is under surgery right now. A lot of people may not realize that that don't play golf. It is a physical game, especially if you're a professional, because you're not riding around in a golf cart. Even that can be taxing with the up and down. But when you're playing 18 holes of golf and you're playing 4 rounds every week in a tournament plus the practice, I mean, it is a physically taxing game.
There's no question about it. These guys walk miles and miles and miles every week. They are playing a professional golf tournament. And, he has had a number of not only back surgeries, but he's had knee issues as well through the years that he's had to overcome. Again, he did a lot of, working through some military things that he wanted to accomplish in his life. He wasn't in the military, but he was allowed to work with the military, do a lot of training with the military. That is, it's documentary. That is, it's not, documentary that, he put together, but an HBO documentary in the last month or so that came out, that surfaced, that, wow, this guy did all of this to his body as a professional golfer. They really beat him up pretty good. So a lot of his injuries that he has sustained through his career were not necessarily on the golf course. Maybe his knee injury might have been golf related, but his back injury certainly seemed to be more when he was working with the military. Like his father was a Green Beret, so that's something he always aspired to. So they allowed him to do that. Did a lot of parachuting with the military, as the documentary did point out. But from a knee injury standpoint, golf, you have a lot of torque on your knee. So with some allegedly some leg injuries that he suffered with this car crash. It will be interesting to see how long it would take for him to come back and how severe. We're all speculating on how actually severe these injuries are in this crash.
Well, you know, you talk about knee injuries, and the first thing I think of is the 2008 U.S. Open and Tour.